Depending on your nationality, anyone wanting to enter the Schengen area for any reason may be required to obtain a visa. Do I need a passport to enter the Schengen area? Is the first question you should ask yourself if you have never been to Europe before. Hi explorers, welcome to Travel and Explore with Folu. I share information on visa processing and every travel info you need. You might want to consider subscribing so that you don't miss out on infos like this. More than 60 nations can currently travel to Europe visa-free and stay there up to 90 days in a 6 month time without the need for a prior visa. You must go through the visa application procedure in order to travel freely in this region. As a result, you should submit your Schengen visa application with extreme caution. If you need to apply for a visa to Europe, make sure to watch this video to the end. This will give you the ultimate guideline of a Schengen visa application process. In today's video, we shall look into which Schengen visa type you need, where you need to apply for a Schengen visa, the most suitable time to apply for a Schengen visa, booking an appointment, filling the Schengen visa application form, gathering the required documents, attending the visa interview, paying the visa fee, and lastly, waiting for the answer. Now, which Schengen visa type did you need? Depending on the purpose under which you need to enter the Schengen area, you can apply for the following Schengen visa type: transit visa, tourism visa, visa for visiting families and friends, business visa, visa for journalists, visa for culture and sport activities, visa for official visits, study visa, and lastly, visa for medical reasons. So now, why did you need to apply? Depending on how your destination country in Schengen has regulated visa submission in your country of residence, you will have to file your Schengen visa application at one of the following: the embassy, a visa center which the embassy of your destination country has outsourced visa submission, the embassy consulate of another Schengen state, the embassy of your destination country has outsourced visa submission by your destination country, which means you need to lodge your application according to the Schengen rules. If you are going to visit only Schengen country, file your application at the embassy consulate visa center of that country. If you are going to visit more than 2 Schengen countries, file your application at the embassy consulate visa center of the country where you will spend most days. If you will be spending an unequal amount of days in each, at the embassy consulate visa center of the country where you will step first. If you will be spending an equal amount of days in each, find the most suitable time to apply. Due to the time that the Schengen embassies consulates worldwide need to process a Schengen visa, you have an appointed period within which you can file your visa application. The allowed period to apply for a Schengen visa is the earliest you can file a visa application 6 months before you start your planned trip. The latest you can file a visa application at most 15 working days before you intend to travel. So what are the recommended time to file a visa application? At least 3 weeks before your trip. So the next one is book an appointment. Book a Schengen visa appointment in order to proceed with your application. Most countries give you the chance to book an appointment online. On the other hand, others, you will have to book the appointment in person at the embassy or consulate of your destination country. The next one is fill out your visa application form. Download the application form and fill it out correctly and honestly. The Schengen visa application form has the same format no matter which country's visa it is that the applicant is applying for. You will have to give the following information on your Schengen visa application form: your personal information, information on your background, your purpose of wishing to enter the Schengen area, other details regarding your trip. In order to complete and submit the form correctly, pay attention to the following tips. Download the latest form of the application, since that is the only form accepted. Make sure you fill out every required gap. Do not leave any column. If you feel that there are columns that do not correspond to your case, fill them with NA, meaning no answer or not applicable. Remember to print the form twice. Sign both copies at the end. If you are a minor, your parents have to submit a written consent and sign in the corresponding column of the application form. The next one is gather the required documents. The required documents are a crucial part of your visa application. Usually, these documents are categorized into two groups. The first group is of the standard required documents, which includes the visa application form, valid passports, two identical photos, travel insurance policy, round-trip reservation of flight itinerary with date and flight number, specifying entry and exit of the Schengen area, proof of accommodation, proof of financial means, and so on. The other group is the visa-specific requirements. These documents and their specification differs from one visa type to the other. In addition, some of the Schengen member states have their own extra requirements for visa applications. The next one is attend the visa interview. On the day of your appointment, show up on time at the facility where you will be interviewed. There you will meet a visa counselor to whom you need to hand the collected documents as required. During the interview, you will be asked personal questions about your whereabouts, the intended trip, and other travel details. Make sure your answers are firm and correct, and that they comply with the information in the application form and the other documents. The interview may last around 10 to 15 minutes. Some of the questions you might be asked during the interview: which country in Schengen are you planning to visit? Do you have any family member or friend living in Europe? What is the purpose of your visit? Who will pay for your visit? Are you married? If yes, what does your spouse do? How long have you been married? Do you have any children? If yes, how old are they and what do they do? How long are you going to stay in Europe? Where are you going to stay? What is your educational qualification? Which company do you work for? These are all the numerous questions they will ask. Then the next one is pay the visa fee. You will need to pay a non-refundable administration fee when applying for a Schengen visa in order for your visa application to be processed. The member countries have synchronized the visa fees. Therefore, they are static and unchangeable until decided otherwise by the Schengen states. Currently, a Schengen visa fee is €80 per person. Children and some other specific categories will have to pay either reduced fee or no fee at all, depending on their situation. Check the list of Schengen visa fees, their reduction and exemption to see if you belong to any of these categories. The last one, which is wait for an answer. Wait for an answer to your application. Wait until you get a response on your visa application. Although in many cases it takes no more than 15 days for processing a visa, there are times when this process takes quite much longer. That period can be extended from 15 up to 45 days in some countries, in some citizens. If your Schengen visa is approved, if you get your visa, make sure to understand carefully the labels attached to the visa sticker, including the period it permits you to remain in Europe. Otherwise, overstaying in the Schengen area might have consequences. If your application gets denied, read the reason why they didn't grant you a visa and try to fulfill it the next time you apply. Or if you think that your application was correct and if the decision on its refusal was a mistake, you can always appeal the visa rejection. If you need to remain longer in Europe, you must apply for a national visa at the embassy of the adequate country. A national visa permits you to remain in Europe for a maximum of 12 months. I hope this video is informative enough. If it does, kindly like, share, leave a comment below and subscribe if you have for more informative content like this. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.